Morning. Morning! Timestamp February 1st, 2026. It's barely morning. It's about 10 till noon. Um, One of the shirts that I'd picked up a bunch of really cool shirts for our little Halloween soiree. Um, they have sleeves. It is 36 degrees outside right now in Florida. Um, I know the people up north are getting it far worse than we are, but um, it's actually cold in the house right now. I don't have a thermometer handy, but yeah, I feel pretty good. Health check. Congested because I just got up not even an hour ago. Ran the dryer again to get the clothes ready to be pulled out, which is the part I hate. Normally I wouldn't care so much if it was a normal situation, clothes go in like a basket, take them and put them in the dresser. But I'm probably going to set up some kind of a tote thing for my clothes. So I think we've beaten the bed bug situation, I think. Still haven't seen any in probably 3 months now, so I think maybe we actually won. So I'm going to, I think, use some of the clear totes instead of the bags. The bags are just a pain in the butt. I've been using the 2.5 gallon Ziploc bags basically for my clothes to keep them away from critters once they come out of the dryer, and it's just tedious, slow. I'm using 20 bags to do all my clothes. I don't have a huge amount of clothes here, but you can only fit so much in a 2.5 gallon bag, so I can fit like 2 pairs of jeans if I stomp on it. Pretty much. So I want a new system there so that when putting them in the plastic latch tops, they're not sealed because there's still like little vent hole kind of things in it, but they're close enough to it to where I think I can make that work, still be bug free just in case we haven't won, and it'll be a little less of a pain in the ass. Yeah, because I dread pulling laundry out of the dryer. It's the dumbest thing in the world, but because I know what I have to do with it next, it's like, can I just keep it in the dryer and work out of the dryer and know there's other people living here? Okay, I can't do that. If it were just me, I probably would. I don't have that much in the way of clothes here, so just keep it in the dryer, tumble it every so often, and pull it out when I gotta actually, like do a load of laundry of other stuff, towels or what have you. My guilty confession. Working my list. Been on the cat schedule again lately, to where I'm just like, it's weird because I'll be up and working and doing stuff for like 8-10 hours, then I'll take a 4 hour nap. Then I'll get up for 8 or 10 hours. I'll take another 4 hour nap. Very weird. My cat thinks it's great. Hex has been on the back of the couch a lot. We're watching Doctor Who together while we sleep. He thinks it's pretty cool. Because, I'm becoming more like him, so, he approves. I don't know. But, I know that the camera kind of flips it around, so you may not be able to read this without, like, really having to think about it. It says literacy and justice for all. English teacher humor. That and enough of a rebel regarding what's going on, in our current social and political environment. Still more shenanigans there, of course. Unbelievable stuff. Got in some of my new mugs yesterday. I know I have a problem. These are fabulous, and these are in that vein of the other ones that I got a while back. You'll see what I mean. Especially if you're into the old Looney Tunes. So this is from Bugs Bunny in King Arthur's Court. They did a Connecticut Yankee parody type thing. I found like 5 other ones that were from a cartoon. I'm still trying to figure out how to track them. I just came across them doing some whatever searches on eBay and went, oh, there's a guy that has 3 that are, these aren't the ones that I have, these are different, Found one that had 2. And went, oh, like I've got Barber of Seville in there. In the cabinet. I just did the dishes yesterday and popped them up in the cabinet. Like, holy cats, really? I'm beginning to wonder how many of these were made. But if you didn't catch the video before, I've got 3 of 4 that I know of. Long story there, I'm not going to get back into because it made me cry. I almost had 4 different ones, but one of them broke in transport, which made me, sad. But yeah, it's got like a description, when the title, when it was released, and the basic description on the episode, on the cartoon, and then like a still, from the episode, the cartoon, only the short, but it's like time capsule of an individual cartoon that came out, which is pretty cool. Because again, I'm going to keep mugs out that I love, not just that I like. And to me, these are incredibly cool. Because these are all cartoons that I remember watching. I want to say Looney Tunes was on Saturday mornings at like 9 or 10. It was on pretty close to... You guys... They get going, man. But it was on Saturday mornings, a little bit like not too far before Star Trek came on. Because Star Trek, I want to say, was at 11 or at 12. And then, this is channel 44 in Tampa. I want to say it went from Star Trek into Kung Fu, which I didn't really watch, full disclosure. Never got into it. But then it went into Creature Feature, which I absolutely watched. Which I think like every big town has its own, like, or did, from a Gen X standpoint. Dr. Demento. They've all got their, like, old horror movie Elvira host type thing. In Hillsborough County, we had a Creature Feature. It was on Saturday mornings or Saturday afternoon. They usually showed like 2 old horror movies, and it was hosted by Dr. Paul Bearer. And he was kind of a old man, creepy Christopher Lee Dracula kind of character, like a mortician. I'm not sure what his deal exactly was, except that he was a spooky old man, kind of gaunt, twisted sense of humor, joke products like Wacky Packages, kind of, I'm gonna have my morning coffin, It was a thing. It was a thing. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, look it up. No, no, no. It's probably something I'm sure there's something on Google regarding Dr. Paul Bevel. He was cool. I actually met him at a car dealership. They were doing he was doing a promotional thing for him. And I got to meet him. Just talked to him for a couple minutes, but it was cool. But yeah, Creature Feature here ran for years. Years and years. It was a thing. My girl grew up watching it too on the other side of the bay because she's a St. Petersburg girl. Which Tampa, St. Petersburg gets mentioned a lot together, like in one sentence. We're separated by like a couple of bridges, whatnot. You know, St. Petersburg is more. It can be. There's some areas there that are pretty rough, but there's also a lot of beach. Because I'm in Hillsborough County, I'm in Tampa, Florida. You know, Central Florida, but on the West Coast. Mickey Mouse lives on the East Coast. He's an hour and a half away. As long as everything goes well on I-4. Which, there's no guarantee of that. I-4 is scary. I-4 is scary. Would have been cool if that train, they were working on some kind of like rapid train that was supposed to go from Hillsborough County to Orlando. But the current red administration down here nixed the idea. Because Infrastructure Week is in 2 weeks. So we're not doing that yet. We'll get back to it in 2 weeks. At which point we'll tell you 2 weeks again. It's a popular one with these guys. We'll fix those problems in 2 weeks. I always picture Schwarzenegger's disguise from, is it Total Recall? Yeah, Total Recall. 2 weeks. You know what I'm talking about. It's about how it feels. Fixing it? We're fixing it in 2 weeks. At least when I'm punking my kids, I use 20 minutes. It gives you a little bit more hope, right? Oh, yeah, I'm not a jewelry hound. I know some guys are into jewelry, like bling, gold chains, and all that stuff. It's not my deal. And I never got into gold. I don't know why. But gold... Oh, hi, Queenie. Gold always looked gaudy to me, no matter what. Gold always looks tacky and fake to me. Kind of like it's too much. I don't know. I never understood. But gold never made me go, ooh, wow, that's great. I love that. That's pretty. It just always looks tacky. Well, not always, but mostly, often. But I love silver. Which, from a precious metal standpoint, platinum? Okay, yeah, now you got me. There's something like stronger and more natural looking about silver to me. I don't know. And I've been, the past couple of years, with everything going on and some of my teachings and whatnot, dragonflies keep coming up, because dragonflies in a lot of your mythos has to do with transformation. Because my whole world is transforming in many ways. So the icon, the image, the avatar of the dragonfly keep coming up. And I've always been fascinated by them anyway. So I got it in my head a couple months ago, because I don't really do a lot of jewelry, but I do some rings. But I wanted to find a dragonfly ring. And I found a really, really cool one. And I forget what size it was. It was like 6 or something like that. I didn't think it was going to fit me. and it's really cool, old school, sculpted like dragonfly with a garnet in it. And it didn't fit me at all. I got that in a couple days ago, but it fit my girl really well as a really cool pinky ring. So I was like, here, baby. And she's kind of on the dragonfly train too, so it's like, ooh, yes, I got my wife jewelry. I don't normally do that. We're not heavy on the whole jewelry bling thing. But when we find a piece that we like it, But I got this, and it finally came in. Sterling silver. I think it cost me $30. 35. 35 with shipping and all. But I like it. I like it. It's gonna pick it up really well or not. And I don't like rings that have stuff that like sticks out and can get snagged. Because there are some cool dragonfly rings out there that have like the tail of the dragonfly sticking way out, and I'm like, that's gonna snag on something and snap. I like rings that are kind of contained. I don't know how to put that. But I dig the like raindrop, teardrop kind of shape, and it's got kind of real similar to the like pounded style. I also don't like thin bands. I've had too many rings because my hands do things. I've had too many rings that had a really thin band that snapped, and they make me cry. And I will cry. I'm not ashamed to admit that, but it's not something that I go out of my way to do typically. But pretty good fit. I like it. I like it. But yeah, my splurging on expensive jewelry. That's my Moldavite. That cost, I think that was $20, $25. Chunk of Czechoslovakian Moldavite on sterling silver. Nothing too elaborate. And my almost matching amethyst. This is the cheapest one. That one cost me, I think that cost me 20 and that cost me 25. So I'm a third of the way to Liberaceville. Never gonna do that exactly. Unless I'm playing him on stage or something. Which that would be a hoot. That would be a hoot. He was an interesting character. Again, if you're young and have no idea who I'm talking about, Google it. It's spelled like Liberace. It's Liberace. He was a pianist and honestly kind of a raging queen before it was popular to be so. Which made him a rather interesting, iconic character of the 70s? Is that when he peaked? I want to say he peaked in the 70s. I want to say that's when he was such a big icon, big splash. Remember as a kid seeing him on TV, and he was larger than life for the time period. Very Elton John, flamboyant, crazy, which made him entertaining. The same. Getting a picture into a Gen Xer's head. Congratulations. Oh my god, that's good. Made some of the, I think I'm the only one up. Because everybody here's on a weird schedule. I mean, myself included, I'm not being judgy. But I made some of the vanilla macadamia with Kauai coffee. Because I think I'm going to get to drink most of it. That sounds pretty cool. That's so good. For those of you who have turned it into a drinking game, Roku Doctor Who. I went to bed with. What was on when I went to bed? Robot. Tom Baker's first episode. Yep. Some Sarah Jane, Harry, Brigadier. And when I got up, because it must be played at least once every 2 or 3 days, Stones of Blood from the Key to Time series. That and Seeds of Doom, man. I don't know what it is. Yesterday during the day, though, we were getting a lot of Tom Baker and Leela action. Because I didn't sit down and watch, but in passing, doing stuff. I always turn the volume down when I'm on here because I don't want to get copyright things. Still not AI. But I frequently, when I'm working around the house, I have Doctor Who, not necessarily blasting, but on, kind of like a favorite radio station, in the background in the living room so that I can hear it. And I know where we are in the episode. I can picture it in my head, But they ran The Face of Evil, which is Leela's first episode. And what was the other one? Oh, Image of the Fendal was on too. So we were doing during my 8 hours of wakey time, they were doing some Tom Baker and Leela action, which there's nothing wrong with that at all. They were such a neat combination of characters, and to be quite frank, Leela, I love her as a character, and God, she's gorgeous. Her smile, man, lights up the room. Just dynamic. Just girl next door, authentic, beautiful, And yeah, the leather skins and all that, it's hot. It's hot. But her face, oh my God, what a beautiful face. I am a dude, but I can also appreciate just a naturally beautiful face. It's not all about, the TNA. So we have Queenie here with us now. She was left behind on purpose. It was part of the plan. She is our neurotic calico. She has seizures sometimes. She's one of those cats that you kind of wonder if maybe she'd be better off as a single cat, because she just doesn't deal well with a lot of other things going on. I mean, she almost has the personality of a Chihuahua, honestly. It's actually Jinx's sister, because they look so much alike. But yeah, we adopted 3 rescues. This is 4 years ago. It was Queenie, Jinx, those names we gave him, and Hoodoo, who we lost like a year and a half in. He got some kind of kidney thing and was just gone. And it broke my heart, because I felt a little robbed. We didn't get a lot of time together before he suddenly got sick and died. I mean, he got sick and we noticed probably a day too late that he was weird, and we took him down and he had to get put down. It was just he was like a year and a half old. Something happened with his kidneys and everything just went south. That broke my heart bad. But that was a little bit before everything with my folks and all that. This is a couple years ago. So yeah, Past 3 years have been really boring around here. But today I am going to be doing things and stuff. Oh yeah. This is why you make a list. I need to get some more eggs going for my kid, because the hard-boiled egg hopper is getting low. It's Sunday afternoon, but I'm going to do at least a few eBay listings too. I've got five or six sales to package and get shipped out like Monday, Tuesday. It was a solid Saturday. It's a solid Saturday. A lot of action figures. Some of the stuff that I bought lots of, and I've been turning the pieces that I didn't want. Some Scooby-Doo, some Doctor Who. And I've got another 2 or 3 that look like they might sell, because I've got watchers stacking up on them. 1 watcher, then 3 watchers, then 6 watchers. And it's a $20 lot, and I'll send out an offer to all the watchers for like $18. Take a couple bucks off if you grab it now. And of the listings that I have sold recently, 2 of them were that way. Where it was a $15 lot, and I threw out an offer for $13, and one of the 4 people watching went, "I'll take it." So, the prices are already fair, and then I take a buck or 2 off just as an incentive, and I got people going ahead and grabbing it, which is cool. That's why you can do that. I noticed you're interested, I'll take a buck off. Okay. And actually I've got probably like 4 or 5 or 10 things like that right now, which is cool. I'll probably sell another 2 or 3 before the weekend ends. Maybe more. Wouldn't that be terrible? So I will have a full bag to get to the post office. Yeah. I'm okay with that. Make some breakfast here in a minute too. I haven't eaten yet. Just got up, a couple of puffs, got some coffee, watched a short video on YouTube, poured water in the water bowl so that Jinx would stop dragging it around the kitchen. I wanted to strangle him. He had it like 6 feet away from where it was supposed to be. Just every 2 minutes he'd drag it another 1.5 feet. It's like, dude. And it was half full. It wasn't like empty. It wasn't like I'm dragging this empty bowl, shaking the glass around with the ice to get the waiters. It wasn't anything like that. He was just being a dick. And Will Wheaton's got something to say about that. Wheaton's Law. Yeah, I'm looking at you. I was ready to choke him out. Exactly. Got the top coat done on the 3 tables. So my next time that I sit down and do a video break, I am going to start painting the underside of the tables and or legs the dark blue. Okay, Queenie, it was nice. Have fun. She's living in the garage right now. We've got the side door open to where you can just come in and out of the garage. But I expect it's away from the action, and that's the way she wants it. She likes it. But if she starts getting really neurotic, she'll start pulling out her own fur to the point where she's bleeding. If you have anything precious, she will pee on it. So we try and keep her as cool as possible. You do you, girl. Yeah. She's that cat. This started like a year ago. It's not even, maybe two. It wasn't something that we noticed in kittenhood, or we might have tried to get her to another family or something. She was already very acclimated into our family when the seizures began. We don't really know. And the vets are like, we don't know what's causing it. If we had her here to observe her in one, we might be able to figure out what's going on. But, trying to like bottle lightning at that point. But yeah, she completely seizes up, tenses. She'll like fall over like a fainting goat and then just start like twitching, and then will start aggressively like chewing on her own backside and or tail as like some kind of a nerve, and she'll pee herself at that point too. Very, very strange thing to witness. But we've never been able to get her to do that in front of the vet, who can at that point, hopefully, if we could ever get that to happen, go, oh, okay, I know what kind of seizure that is. I know what that is. Haven't been able to catch it on film. It's bizarre, terrifying, and then she gets really self-destructive for the next hour or so on herself. Like self-destructive, like, I don't know, it's weird. Very, very weird. We don't know what it is to try and, fix it, get her medication, no idea. And she'll be fine. I haven't seen her have a seizure, and Vix hasn't either, in months. It like comes in waves. She could start again tomorrow and have 2 seizures tomorrow and 3 seizures on Wednesday, and no idea what it is, what caused it. Don't know. I keep crossing things off the list, and I keep putting new things on there. This adulting thing, I need to talk to my boss about it, because I'm just not feeling it, Need to renegotiate this. It never stops. I've heard it gets easier, and I look forward to that. But then I look and I see the progress that's been made in various areas, and I'm like, okay, we're getting there. Like, I got a stack of boxes and stuff behind me. That all came from, my dad built a closet, a sealed room on the lanai, because, why wouldn't we be adding rooms and walls and things? And in that is stuff that my mom had prepped for garage sales, or it was stuff specifically for garage sales, even though that's what a lot of this debris is stuff that she was going to resell, which to me is just an excuse to hoard, because I don't know how sincere that relationship of I'm buying things to resell was. To some, that just looks like stuff that she wanted to hoard like a dragon in a cave. Just calling it like I see it. But this stuff was specifically set up for garage sales. So we're pulling it out and reboxing it, putting it in the workshop. Because all the while it had a lock on it, so it is a possibility of some place that my dad might have hidden, like, the pocket watches and or the paperwork. So I've got Tiny pulling out like 7 to 10 boxes and things, and I'm going through them and repacking them into the organized banker boxes for stacking purposes, getting them to the workshop. And that'll also free up that tidy little room so that we've got some locking storage for our stuff if we need, because we're going to be trying to get picks here permanently. So that'll give us a little bit of storage space so that we can keep our stuff separate from their stuff, know exactly where it is, and keep it out of the elements. Part of the plan, which I think is pretty good. Still not AI. I keep trying, but I can't quite achieve that machine perfection. I'm going to go ahead and call it here. And I'm going to get down to business. Maybe defeat some Huns. Try it. Yeah. So, you know the drill. Or if you don't, this is my outro. It's very exciting. Feel free to like, comment. We can have conversations. I get DMs from people, but it's like, comment on the damn video. There's buttons on the screen. They'll actually, I'm a Gen Xer and I know how to do this. You can, that was not a drunk spider. That was me pantomiming, typing. I've been to all the best acting schools. So. But yeah, so the outro. Hug your parents, hug your kids, and make it a great day.